Greetings, all you lovely Arry the Stag fans. TR Tony here, and having just recovered from a flu bug over Christmas, I'm glad to report I'm ready for the new year finally. So happy new year to all of you. It's just literally around the corner, and looking forward to the second part of our videos that we've done for the end of year, just looking at 2022. Incidentally, stay on to the very end because I've got a really good stag for you to A, review, and B, maybe even think about buying. I don't know, it's a lovely looking car, it really is. So let's crack on, get into July, and let's see what's happening. Pick up the story. Happy days. And we pick up the story back in July with Gary and Jack, who showed us around Gary's beautiful blue Triumph Stag. He was actually meeting up with Paul at Stag Classics on the day that we were there, and showed us around his beautiful car, including the Arry The Stag badge of honour. There was a special reason why it's been called Patricia, which is emblazoned on the near side rear wing, and if you want to see why, then go and have a look on the channel, find the film and watch it again, because he does explain exactly what this car means to him and how it actually all came about, which is really interesting. And it's a beautiful, outstanding, stunning looking car. It really is a credit to him, and I know he's had a great time with it. So August was upon us, and assisted by Downpipe Duke, I was very ably assisted by him to take the engine out and get that off to Saunders Motorworks, which you know is due to come back very soon. Not a lot to report on the car, apart from the fact that it was so hot that month. I think we all remember just how hot it was. You could almost fry an egg on the vinyl roof, and I love the look of that. I really do. It's a great look, but unfortunately all the spare parts are currently in the boot awaiting the engine return. But aside from that, the car looks glorious, as you know, and it will be a worthwhile project in the end. We also ventured off to Bremer House, and at Bremer House we bumped into Paul, who has a modified Triumph Stag. He's done some fantastic work to this car. Certainly got a lot of brake horsepower under his right foot, which has required a lot of modification throughout the whole car. In fact, drivetrain, rear wheels, brakes and everything else. And again, if you want to see more details and background as to what went into the car to make it this good, check out the channel and have a look at the modded Stag video that we did of Paul and his car. It certainly is a fantastic motor. And indeed, we didn't do badly either. We actually got recommended for an award and a prize for keeping the youth going in the classic car sector, which is what our Triumph Stag got awarded. It's certainly not a concours car, as many know, but nevertheless, that was a good thing to do, and we're chuffed to bits to receive that. Yes, we had a holiday, and guess what happened again? We had the Mitzi out and we broke down outside Chiddock somewhere after a radiator hose blew, and we ended up being transported on our holidays. But we did have a good time in the end, and so had a nice rest and relaxation. And back at home, when we finally got back down to Herne Airport, this was on the bank holiday, we went to a local car show there, which was really good to see. And I bumped into this guy the other day, actually shouted Arry the Stag across the garden fence to me, which was nice to see. So some great examples of Triumphs there, which I photographed and filmed at the time, including this beautiful magenta TR6 and this kind of baby blue Triumph Saloon, which my neighbour Will actually owned for a short period of time until he sold it on. Into September then, and I had the chance to do an experience drive at the AMG Centre up in Cobham in Surrey, which was a birthday present my children had bought me for my 60th a year earlier. Really worthwhile visit if you fancy going and having a look round. There's a lot to see. Here is an exploded F1 car, literally with every piece hanging in 3D on a cable, individual pieces, so it's really well worth looking at. And they train you. They teach you how to go into a skid and how to rectify it, how to get out of it, almost like a getaway car driver in many ways, but all that experience I'm sure will be fantastically helpful for on-street driving in the future. And this car was a serious piece of kit, it really was. And the kids, all 30s, thoroughly enjoyed themselves as well. Happy days. During October then, it was back to winter mode with the hard top replaced back onto the US 591S to make sure that we kept nice and clean and dry and tidy for the winter. I spotted this registration in one of my trips out one day, and I thought that must be worth a few quid to say the least. We launched, as you know, the online premium channel, which you can still join up and sign up for, guys. Come and support us still further so we can do far more. And our roving reporter from Canada also checked in, Bill Somerville. So thanks, Bill, for all that you've done. into November then, and we turned our attention to the Borg Warner 35 gearbox that we decided we'd take to Wales to see Andy the Clutch to work his magic on it and make sure that this gearbox was going to be fettled as well as the engine itself, and we dropped it off to his man cave somewhere near Caerphilly is where he's from, where he literally will work on Borg Warner gearboxes almost blindfold and get them up to working standard in a very, very good way. So imminently going to get that back, and then we'll have a gearbox and engine to boot to go back in the saloon. And here we are at the end of the year into December, and as I promised, we've got a really interesting stag that you can have a look at, which has been featured on the channel actually at the end of last year. Terry Newell from Malta has got in touch and really does now want to sell his car, and I believe the car is in a class of its own, having been worked on and rebuilt by several well-known industry professionals in recent years. Terry, through medical reasons, now needs to move it on and has just asked us to put it out again, that if any of you guys would want to talk to him, he'd be very, very happy to have a conversation. He wants it to go to a great home so it lives on forever. Okay folks, so thanks for watching. It's been an exciting 2022 with loads more still happening. You've just got some chance to get onto the premium offer that we had for December if you're quick and go to the website and find that. Otherwise, thanks for all your support and all your best wishes, and keep sharing that classic stream, and we'll see you online on Arry The Stag in 2023 very soon. Cheers for now, all the best, bye.